Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Oh, this is so funny. I started pulling cards a little bit earlier and I was just starting to pull them for myself actually. And I decided to do a video, and so I gathered all the cards back up and shuffled them back up, and the two cards that came out earlier for me just came out again in the exact order that they came out the last time. So I'm going to read them for you here in just a second, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the love and support and messages that you've given me and sent me since my last video. I just love you guys so damn much. And I'm in the middle of processing and I'm doing great. And I'm reaching out for help whenever I need help, and you guys have been just so amazingly supportive, and I'm also offering my help and support to other people too, which really helps me and is meant to tap into the collective resonance that we all have with each other, and the beauty of stasis, the beauty of connectivity and oneness. So and I feel just so much more free. I feel so free since just being myself and getting in touch with that space within me. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the last video that I put up. It's titled "The Most Important Video I've Ever Posted." So that being said, thank you guys so much. I love you. I feel good. Okay? I feel good today. So I just thought I'd share that. Okay, so I just want to get into collective energy just a little bit. I am a part of the collective, the same as you, and so the cards that I was pulling for myself just a little bit ago, like I said, just came out, and it's no coincidence. So those of you that resonate with me as a person, those of you that resonate with me as a reader especially, I was supposed to have had a one-on-one reading lesson with someone just before this, and she wasn't able to make it, and so we had to reschedule, which is totally fine. We're just going with the flow, and but so I'm kind of in the energy of teaching cards, teaching to read cards, and reading the energy in cards. So, well, not in the cards, but in the space and between you and another, or that's essentially what's happening right now. That's what's happening, is these cards are just a cue. They're just a visual cue for me to tune into the energy that's present between in me and my field and what I'm tuning into from your field, whoever is watching this, whenever you're watching this. So if I'm tuned into your energy, the things that stand out the most are the things that they're going to bring to my attention and that need to be focused on most right now. So if you're here and you're listening to the message, ideally this message in something, some tiny little thing in this collective reading for you, it may be just one word that I said. It may be just a feeling that you got. It may be from what I said at the beginning of the video, and it leads you to my other video, and there's nothing else in this one, in this reading, that resonated with you, but that was the thing that you were meant to take from it. But then there's going to be others of you that the cards and the majority of this reading is meant for. So, just take from that whatever you resonate with. Just know that I'm tuning into your energy, each and every single one of you, in a specific way. Okay? I don't know why I needed to tell you all of that, but that was important. So the cards that came out, the first card that came out is Yang, which is masculine energy. There's masculine energy present. So that may be that some of you are in masculine energy right now. It feels very soft. It feels very grounded. It feels very fiery, like the fire in his hands. I'm also teaching a Holy Fire Reiki class later this afternoon, so that's no coincidence either. And one of the pictures that I use to kind of put the word out and advertise for it is the fire in the hands in that way. So the holy fire to me is a very, very Christed energy. It's very oneness. Again, it's the energy of oneness. It's the feeling of being loved. It's the feeling of being comforted and held in Spirit's hands and in the hands of the collective that love you and are you. There's this real feeling, this nostalgic feeling in the collective of being one with each other, and it's a very masculine energy. So it's like I'm tuning into the masculine energy within the collective. Some of you, even though you're women, are in more masculine energy, and 11:33 on my clock right now. What I'm hearing is that there are beings right now that are wanting to support you in removing any kind of distortion that's in your masculine energy. Or something has just happened, like yesterday with the 9/9 portal. Today is September 10th, just in case you needed to know that. Again, the date, whenever you're watching this, it doesn't matter when you're watching it, but just to give you a frame of reference. The 9/9 portal has cleared through a lot of distorted masculine karmic energy. And it was really important. It was a really important day. It was a really important day, whether you realized it or not. Maybe it was super emotional. Maybe it was, I had a super emotional day yesterday. There was a lot of purging that was happening. There was a lot of anger that was being purged. It definitely feels like it's really important. And it's like the day after the storm, there's rainbows and clouds and beauty, and we're standing in the land of milk and honey. It's like we've just moved through some sort of Christed masculine portal. That's what I hear. That's interesting. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pull a couple more cards from this deck that I have here. I was going to turn my music on today too, but I don't have my Alexa in here today, so apparently I didn't need it. Archangel Gabriel, it's a message. Okay, all right. He's wanting me to tune into, there's a specific message. There's a specific message. This is a collective energy. We're talking about masculine. We're talking about, some people were talking about a Reiki journey for you. There's many different collectives. It feels like there's a couple different collectives of people here. We're talking about the masculine and how we have just cleared through. The masculine has cleared through some anger templates to move into a space of peace and the path of least resistance. Okay, so that's kind of a general, that's like a broad view, but now they're wanting to zero it in a little bit. Gabriel is saying that there is a message, a more specific message. So let's tune it into, what are the details of that? What are the specifics of that? What are we talking about actually? I hear elephant spirit. I hear elephant spirit. I'm tuning into that elephant that's in there. And it's a baby elephant too. And now I'm seeing videos of like those little baby elephants that just run around and play in the mud, and they're just so damn cute. Some of you may resonate with that. Okay. Oh, there's something about, so growth. This card is talking about growth. What I'm seeing is financial growth. I'm seeing that there was a block, there was an anger block in your sacral chakra, or in that of the masculine, take it however it resonates for you, that was stopping him from financial stability, stopping you from financial stability. And it feels like we've just moved through that. There is like a purge of anger that needs to happen in order to get to that, to the land of milk and honey, to flow and joy and really, really just knowing your worth. And you're being guided. I'm hearing that you're being guided. Some of you may be being guided to a financial advisor, specifically. It may be that you're being guided to a financial advisor. in order to figure out how to not only bring the flow of money in, but to make the money that you have grow. Okay? It is something about money specifically, but money also is connected to self-worth and your solar plexus and the way that you value yourself and the way that you see yourself. How do you see yourself? Is it hard to see yourself? That's what I'm hearing. Is it hard to see yourself? I hear release. And music came up again. And it's funny that I was talking to you about the music too, and I didn't have the music on in here. Okay. Growth comes from the release of this anger. It comes from the release of your fears. Okay, thank you. There is a video by Will Smith. I've talked about this on my videos before, where he talks about jumping out of an airplane and how terrifying it is, obviously, and how you step to the doorway of that airplane and you're getting ready to jump, and you are at the threshold of maximum fear. And at that point, you can make a decision. You are faced with a decision to jump or to not. And what he was talking about was pushing past the threshold of maximum fear. And it feels to me like this is part of what the anger release was this anger within yourself. You're angry at yourself for not pushing past the fear, not pushing past the threshold of maximum fear, because all the best things in life are just past your maximum fears. And so we, at this point right now, are growing to a point of releasing the need for control, trusting, and realizing that sometimes we are the only thing that's holding us back. Okay? Now, sometimes that fear comes from when your heart is closed, when you're protecting yourself, and when you don't feel safe, obviously. It's an innate thing that you feel fear when you don't feel safe. But there are some times where it appears as if you're not safe, that you are rerunning an old program, an old experience in your life that has happened before, and these karmic cycles and these energies come up from the land in order to be processed, and we're in Mercury shadow, the shadow period before Mercury retrograde right now, and so we're kind of starting to get ready to turn and look back, and it's almost as if it's bringing energies and memories and old experiences back from the past in order for us to move through them now. Those old situations that may have caused fear do not need to cause fear now, and if we did not step past the threshold of maximum fear then, it's time that we do now. We're faced with that because we can see that we are not in that situation anymore. We're not there anymore. We're here. We're right here, and we're safe, and we're protected, and everything happens for a reason. And it is for, when we set the intention that it's for our highest and greatest good, we know that we can step forward. We can step out of that doorway, and anything that is meant to happen, anything that happens is meant to happen. We can trust that. We can trust that as long as we do it with an open heart, as long as we are doing things and making decisions from an open heart, we are communicating through the frequency of love and our highest being and source, and we can always trust that, right? We just have to step past the fear of keeping our hearts open and being vulnerable. Some of you need to take the chance and make a decision to be vulnerable. Be vulnerable in, I hear, the decisions that you're making, in the people that you have in your life. In the choices that you're making with your money, I hear. In the way that you process your pain. Be vulnerable. Open yourself up. Show yourself. Show yourself. Show yourself. And the things that, and it's no coincidence I was talking in the beginning of this video about about my last video. And I just completely opened myself up to my own pain. And that's the problem sometimes, is that we fear being open, having our hearts open and being vulnerable, because when we open ourselves up, some of the pain that we have buried down there starts to come out. But it's, again, like the pain from the past, pain from past experiences that needs to be released. It may appear as if those situations are coming up again because that frequency, that vibration has been activated, but it doesn't need to be that way anymore. It's just being activated so that it can move through your field, so that it can be processed properly, not suppressed. Your emotions can be held and faced and allowed. That way you can move through and release it. So the situation is not coming back again and putting you in danger now. It's that you're kind of reliving it a little bit as you release it. And you can do that through awareness. You can do that through awareness and know that this pain has a purpose to make you grow and to help you see your worth, to understand your worth, to know your worth. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you guys. It really feels like such a great thing. There is some things that we're moving through right now, some pain, some old pain that we're looking at, that it is okay to feel and then release. It's okay to look back and say, I never fully processed that. I never expressed my anger at what happened in that situation, and there is still a little bit of resentment that I have, and the fact that I'm aware of that and I can own that and say, I'm ready to let go of that now, though. I was resenting that, secretly resenting that person. And it's okay now, though. It's okay. I'm safe now, and they've changed, and I've changed, and the situation is not what it was before. And I realized that I was holding on to that a little bit. I was secretly holding on to that. And I had moved through it a little bit too quickly and didn't process and didn't allow myself the space to heal through it. So I'm ready to let that go now, just by seeing that this old situation brought me more pain than I had the ability to process at the time. I'm ready to process it now, and I'm ready to let go of it. I'm ready to release it and grow from it. I really am ready to grow from it. Right? I hope that makes sense for you guys. Bottom of the deck. Awakened. Yeah. It's time for a fresh morning, fresh start, fresh cup of coffee. And yeah, that's all I'm getting from that. All right. Thank you guys so much. If you are looking for a private reading or a session with me, I updated my availability up through September. I am going to England again in a week and a half. So I will be available just a little bit while I'm there, but I don't have as much availability in September, so go over and book your session. I'm doing private card readings. I'm doing private card reading lessons. So if you guys want to learn how to read cards from me, read energy, read the music, the way that I read the music, and I'm doing private one-on-one lessons, and I will be offering some group lessons too coming up soon. But all of that is at my website. All the information for that is down in the box below. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.